Okay, so um this video is going to be on multiplication. Obviously, it's going to be a review. In our last lesson on Google Hangouts, we went over um in our last video on Google Hangouts, we went over multiplying a single digit number by a double digit number. But we also talked about multiplying a double digit number by a double digit number. So this is really a review of what we learned, of what we went over yesterday. So let's get started. Let's start with multiplying a double digit number by a single digit number. So, for example, I'm going to do a couple examples here. Let's start with 43 times 4. Very simple. So let's start with 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. So it's 12. But you just don't write 12 over here. You just write the last digit. So the last digit would be 2. So we're going to put the number 2 over here, and we're going to move the number 1 over here. And what I like to do is I like to write the number 1, I like to create a dash and just leave it there. We're going to come back to it just shortly. So next what you do is you do 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16, but you just don't write 16. You also have to add 1, because the 1 over here we brought over here, now we have to add it. So 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 is 172. So I guess that's pretty much what it is. You just multiply, make sure you multiply the bottom number with all the top numbers, and then yeah. But let's get to the next question. So we'll do 47. Actually, we'll skip that one. We'll do 54 times 9. Just like in the last question, you do 9 times 4, and 9 times 4 is equal to 36. Now we grab the 6 and we put it over here, but the 3 you have to move over here. And we put it under, so like that. And now you do 9 times 5. 9 times 5 is 45, but you just don't put 45, you have to add the 3. 45 plus 3 is 48, and 54 times 9 is 486. So now we'll do a more complex question. Let's do 741 times 3. Nothing much has changed, it's just that we have to multiply more numbers, because when you're multiplying a double digit number by a single digit number, you got to multiply the single digit number by every single digit in the double or triple digit number. So let's start with 3 times 1. I think this is a pretty simple one. 3 times 1 is 3. Now we got to do 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. And you write the last digit down right underneath, and you bring the 1 over here, and we just have a 1 like that. So then you do this. 3 times 7. 3 times 7 is 21, plus the 1 is 22, and the answer is 2,223. So that's pretty much how you do multiplying a double digit by or a triple digit by a single digit number. And let's go over multiplying double digits by double digits. So let's start with 773, by 27. And like we reviewed in our lesson together, it's multiplying double digit by double digit numbers isn't actually that hard. You can really simplify it so that it's more like it's more like a question like this. So let's start with doing 73 times 7. So 73 times 7 is you do 3 times 7 is 21. 7 times, which you bring the 1 here, and then you have the 2. 7 times 7 is 49, plus 2 is 51, so we have 11. And then you still got to do 73 times 2. That's why I like to draw these boxes, because it reminds me that the 2 still needs to be multiplied by 73. So now let's do 73 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 7 is 14, and it's 146. But you do not write it like that. You actually have to leave a space over here. You don't do that. You actually write 6 4 1 146. You always leave a space after the last digit, which would be this, and you go to the next one. So you would add it. You add these numbers, and you have 1, and then 1 plus 6 is 7, 5 plus 4 is 9, and 1 again. So 1971. Let's do another one. 61 times 29. 61 times 29. We have 1 times 9, so let's just do this again. 61 times 9. 1 times 9 is 9. 9 times 6 is 54, and we have 549. And we write that over here. And we always have to leave a space so that when we do 61 times 2, we have to start on the left of the 9. Let's do 61 times 2 actually right now. 61 times 2, 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 6 is 12, and we have 122, and we start here. 122, and you add them like normal. So you have 9, 4 plus 2 is 6, 5 plus 2 is 7, 1769. Okay, let's just do one more question. Let's do 12 times 87. 12 times 87, and we're just gonna do it really in just one step. It's not gonna be we're not gonna like simplify it. You can simplify it if you want. There's really nothing wrong with that, but I'm just gonna do it in a faster way. 2 times 7 is 14. So we have the 14. So we have the 4 here, and the 1 comes over here. So we put like that. 7 times 1 is 7, plus the 1 is 8. And yeah, so, and let's do this here. We just did that. Now let's do this. 12 times 8. So we have 12 times 8. You can do it like this. The same with 12 times 7, but I'm going to do it like just in one step. So 8 times 2 is 16. I write it here because the space has to be blank. 8 times 1 is 8, plus the 1 we got from the 16 is 9. So it would be, when you add them, it would be 4, 14, and then you have the 1 here, and you have 10. You can always check with a calculator to see if they're right, and these are. So this video is really just a review, and as you can see, it's not multiplying single digits or triple digits by a single digit isn't that hard from what we just did in these final 3 questions. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section. I'll get back to it. And that is the end.